Right, hello again everybody, it's me again, Vauxhall Astra, and I thought I'd do a little video about some of the hidden features. Some aren't hidden, most people might know, but for new people, not necessarily. Anyway, to move along, have to keep the finger out the bloody lens, would be a good idea. There's a couple, right. First off, it is possible to read error codes from the ECU without one of those generic OPT reader things. You can't disable the codes, you can't get rid of them, but you can read them and it can lead you to fault diagnose and what have you. And to do it, what you do is put your key in ignition, put your foot on the brake, can't see if you can get there, bloody key, put your foot on the brake and the accelerator. You then turn on the ignition and you'll notice ECN, they are the error codes. I have two. When you clear them it just comes up with 0 or it doesn't do anything, but they are the error codes that you can use to diagnose any issues. I know what my error codes are, I just can't sort them at this time. Anyway, that's one. Another one, which I think is quite handy if you park in a dark area, or just want a bit of light on your way to from the car to your door or whatever, is they call them follow me home lights. And what you do is you I'm trying to remember now, you have to have the door open, you take the ignition out, you then have to flash the lights. Now if that's worked, if we go outside, being as I haven't done that for a while so I'm not sure, oh yep, that's worked. If you notice, the headlight is on both sides, but this is the cool bit. If you go around to the back, it's illuminated, not only the brake lights or the tail lights, the reversing lights as well. So it gives you, there, as you say, it gives you a bit of light. They last for about a minute and then they go off again. So it's a little trick I thought was quite cool, quite handy, I suppose. Right, now the next one. Cool. Right, very rightly, you have to. I'll just start the car for this bit. It'll start. There we go. Right, so we turn off the car, and if you hold down the, oh no, have to do it again. Make sure it's in that position. Hold down the. That's not it. Stop. Take the key out, maybe. Ah, there we go. You hold them down, and same with the other side, and that will activate the parking light feature. So basically, if anyone knows parking lights, you put them on the outside, I believe, of where you're parked. So if you're parked on the right side of the road, you put the left one on, and vice versa. It just gives people who's driving past a chance to see that your car's there. The fact that you have a big solid lump of silver metal sitting there, maybe not enough, so you have these lights. Anyway, enough about them silly people. Right, what else? Oh, yes. One of my friends had one of these cars for 3 years, I think, 3-4 years. And it was only recently, about a year ago, he found this out. The one thing a lot of people will notice is there's no temperature gauge on the dash. There's no, you can't see how hot the car is. But there is. Right. What you do, you put your ignition in, get your little thingy up, and this is to access one of the other features I was going to show, so we can do it all together. If you press and hold the settings button on the radio, it'll come up audio, and after a few seconds you'll hear that beep. You can, on the TDI display, you have to use this little button here. On the other ones I think you use something on the stereo, but if you press this Comes up with loads of gibberish. This is the hardware. You don't need to know about that stuff. It's when it was built and what have you. And I don't know what these mean. Someone might do. It'd be handy if someone could tell me, because I'm just curious. Right, this, for some unknown reason, is the temperature of this screen. Don't know why you'd want that, but there you go. This is your voltage at the time, at this moment. Which is quite curious, because my little £1 thingy from eBay says it's 0.1 volt higher than it does there. I'm thinking I believe the car more than that £1 thing. Anyway, right, so to go again, this is to do with the radio. This is the outside, the raw outside temperature. I don't understand why there's different to the outside temperature. Well, maybe it's just not cooked so much because it's raw. Anyway, this is what we're here for. The V, when you move, actually gives you your kilometers an hour. So that's your speed, so vehicle speed. The T is your engine temperature. See, there's your engine temperature. It's a bit long-faluted to get there, but you can see the engine temperature. So after that, there's a few other buttons down here, which I think if you press AM, FM, it brings up radio information. I don't know what they all do, but I'll just get rid of that temp there. There we go. Right, so we press AM, FM. So that's the radio frequency that I'm currently tuned into. I haven't got a clue what that is. Sorry. Now, you have this BC button. Now, on mine, it's currently doesn't do anything. But on the other radios, I think the 30 MP3, also the newer ones or whatever, or the better ones, it gives you computer access to do some stuff with. I do plan to, when I get an Opcom, I'm going to upgrade this to either a GID or a CID display, which would be cool. I'm also going to try and see if I can get the BC function to work. I don't know if it's something that's missing or it just isn't turned on, but that is something would be a bit of fun to try and do. So hey ho, we'll give it a go. Anyway, last two things, promise. Right, if you are driving along, and this is another thing that my friend didn't know until I told him recently when I got mine, when you have rain and it's not quite heavy enough for the main wipers, but the intermittent is too slow to clear it, you can change the speed of it temporarily. And how you do that is I'm gonna have to squeeze the water onto the screen because my wipers are a bit naff, so it's gonna squeak like a bugger otherwise. So pardon this. It looks like I've run out of water. Right, so let that finish. Really, that took too long. Anyway, looks like I've run out of water. But what you do is when you get in, you turn the car, right? If you press and hold down, you've got two settings, down and down, down. If you press and hold down all the way for the time you want, up to 15 seconds I think it is. I'll do it there. Right, let go. Right, so that's set. Now, noisy as hell. Right, this is going to take a while for the next one. God, it is taking a while. There we go. Right, so that's set to a longer period. So if there's not enough rain for either the setting it's got, so it, you know, there's no point really having it. But then, you know, if it's, you know, too much rain for it, you can change the timing. Now, just to show it working better, if I do this again, but only do it for a second or two. 1, 2. Let go. Now, if I put them on, now watch how quick they go. See? A hell of a lot quicker. Now, that system will disable when you turn the engine off. So next time you come in, it'll be back to the default. You can change it if you want, or leave it as it was. Right, last one, promise, maybe. If you, well, probably not in England, because the chance of, well, where we are anyway, down the south, the chance of heavy snow is like, you know, Bob Hope and no hope. But if you want to prepare for snow and not have your wiper blades frozen to the car, or frozen to the panel down there, you know, where they live, you can do this. It also is quite handy for when you change the blades, because you don't have to reach over to the blades. Also, I've just thought it'd be quite handy for washing the car, because you wouldn't have to reach over your nice wet car to clean your wiper blades. Well, what you do is you start the car. Again, I apologise for the noise. Oh, didn't start again. That's what the error codes are. Right, there we go. Right, so you've done your car thing, you've driven away, you've done whatever you've done. If you turn it off and hold down, oh no, turn it off to that, hold down all the way for about 5 seconds. It didn't work that time. Oh. Right, let's try that. No. Never work with children or animals, it says. Right, all cars. Right, let's try that again. I had it working perfectly before I did the video. Typical, isn't it? Right, so we turn off. Hold down. There we go. Right, so it's doing its thing. After about 5 seconds, if you take your hand off, it stops where you take it off. So you can change your wipers. The wipers can stay there overnight. So, you know, if you do get frosty or icy or whatever, they don't stick down there and you have to chisel them out with your keys, which is a pain in the rear. Also quite handy for when you want to change them, which by the sound of it, and I've just noticed my one down there needs a change, I'm going to need new wiper blades. Yay, another job. Why do these things always happen in the winter when it's cold? Anyway. Right. And to put them back on, obviously turn them back on. Just push down. They go back to their local position. Anyway, I think that's about enough for now. When I get my Opcom, there'll be a few more videos, because that stuff's awesome. You can turn on all kinds of stuff. Anyway, if you'd like to like and subscribe my videos, that would be awesome, because I'm only just starting. It's a bit of fun. Be some other content on the channel at some point, other things I want to do. Anyway, bye for now.